Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we're back on with the 89. The driveway is now free. Both the sidewalk and the clubman are kind of up to the point where they can do the shows and stuff this year. A few bits and bats I want to do, but they're sorted, so it's time to get back on this. This really needs to get out of this garage in the nicest possible way. Get out on the rotisserie spit, get the undersides finished. All that's needed on the inside is I want to do a bit more welding in certain places. Big clean back, seam seal everything and fit the valance. So, but to get to that point, we've got to get this front end finished and do 2 rear quarters. So we need to push along with this car. So everyone that comes to the content on this car, thank you. It has been a long project. This car was never going to be a car that got knocked out and then kicked onto the next one, like a bit like the Clubman and bits and pieces like that. It has been a labour of love. It has been very cost kind of what's the best way to put it, soaking up funds, I guess is the best way to do it. But also it's not like the car could have been done a lot quicker if we didn't do this way of panels. Like everything's heritage on this car. So it's taking a little bit longer, and it's always taken a back seat because it doesn't need to be done tomorrow. It needs to be done right and kind of just take its time with it. So I want to get all this paneling right because at the end of the day, once it's done, it's done. So that's why it's taking so long. Some people have commented, just need to crack on with it. Yeah, I really do. I want it out of my garage. I've got other projects I need to get in here. So plan is front end. So in this episode, we're going to get the front end done on this car. Everything's mocked up. If you haven't seen the previous episode, go check that out. The front end's fully mocked up. I'm so happy with where it is. I've marked off everywhere with some little Sharpie pens and stuff like that, so you can see where it's going to go. You'll see that in a bit. I'll bring you in and you can have a proper look. But basically in this episode, we're going to get the front end back off the car, clean all the surfaces up, and yeah, we'll get stuck in. But before then, obviously I want to thank you all for subscribing to the channel. Check out my new overalls, courtesy of Mrs. Simpson. Proper buzzing with them, so now I can come home from work, not have to worry about getting changed from work. I can just jump straight to the garage, get the content to you guys, throw my overalls on, and yeah, I've wanted a new set for ages. I've basically set 5 to my last pair, so thank you Mrs. Simpson for that. So yeah, also obviously we hit 5k very recently. That's amazing. And recently I went to Himley Hall Mini Show. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. I met loads and loads of you subscribers, and it was so cool to chat to you all. So thank you. You all know who you are that came to chat to me. Going to be at London to Brighton, which would be before or after this video. I don't know, but obviously if I see you there, it'd be nice to see you. But if the video is a bit further along, it was good to see you. So so we're going to crack on. Stick on a time lapse. First of all, like I say, I'll show you where we're at with the car. Then we're getting a time lapse, get everything cleaned off. So basically in this episode, bar the front panel I'll leave bolted in because I can clean around that. I'm going to get the edges, all the wings cleaned up, back on, and then we'll get the welder out. So where are we up to and where did I leave you? So let's have a quick recap. Front end is where I want it to be. I am so happy with how it fits. Panel gaps, I think, are the best I'm going to get them. I'm really happy with how it fits along there. It joins up nicely. It just fits really well like that. It's just so flush. It just fits so good. So I've done like little lines, and the reason I've just put some little spots of primer is I'm going to just put a little bit of a Sharpie pen just so I can see where that goes back to. What I normally do is spot weld, or plug weld because I can't get my spot welding in there, on these flanges, and then I seam weld or stitch weld them all so it's fully like solid. I'll plug weld in here because again I just can't seem to get a good weld on there. I might try and spot weld it as much as I can, but this metal, as much as I can clean it back the inner wing as much as possible, my spot welder just doesn't like it. So I've got to do the best I can. So I will plug weld that, and what I normally do is run a nice seam to done it, so you don't even see any of it when it's all done anyway. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's all fitting. It's if you caught the previous episodes, it just fits really nice. I'm just really happy with it. So yeah, so A panel's already on. They're tacked, and I'm really happy with the door gaps and stuff like that. They just need the folding doing, so I'll do that once I know the front end's on. I'm not having to disturb anything else. All along here fits really good. You can see I put like little Sharpie marks. So one of them is for where I want the wing to meet, and the other one's where the bonnet lays. Just so when I take these panels off, which is the next point, cool. I can know kind of a bit of a datum point of where they're going to go back to. I really want to get this front end on because I want to get this subframe out and under the car. Probably can't see it. Maybe it's a pallet the budget clubman was on, and I've kept it with the casters and everything like that because I want to be able to put this car back down on that. Now the floor's all solid and all that welding's done, so I can kind of rotate it all the way around. I'm currently now up to 1 light in my garage. I had 3 originally when I first started this build nearly 3 years ago, and yeah, I'm at the point now where I need to get some more lighting in here, so I'm gonna have to keep flipping around so I can get my lights ordered up that I want. So get the front end on, get the subframe out, get it on the pallet, spin it round. Then what I might do is decide which side quarter I want to do first. I'll probably do the driver's side because I still haven't done all the inner parts of that one. So we'll get that one done and it's solid and all the driver's side's done. And then on the other side, I'm basically cutting out my previous work. So if you haven't seen that episode, go and check that out when I do the rear quarter repair. I'm happy with it, but I'm not 100% on it, so I want it better. And Minimine has sorted us out with a couple of quarter panels that are laying in there. Got the balance over there, all the closers and stuff like that, and also Minimine sorted out some strips, seam strips, heritage ones. And I'm really glad now because I believe there's a bit of a shortage of heritage at the moment. So I'm really happy we've got them. So everything's here, literally everything is here. We're literally ready to go. So let's get stuck into it. Let's get all these panels cleaned up. So I'll stick you guys in a time lapse. I'll show you what I bought to do this. So what I've bought is, I've used them before. They're these like nylon wheels. So I've got them on the grinder there, the big blue ones. So I've always used these, but what I've done is I bought some of these as well, and I started using them on the Clubman, Pete Mate's Clubman, to clean up the panels. And basically you can see where it's going to go on the drill, and it's going to run down these seams better, and I shouldn't damage anything like that. It's quite hard to do with a grinder. So I ordered up a load of them, so I'm hoping they're going to sort that out. My little fabrication drawers get in there all stacked out. Look at that. Organisation is key. So yeah, while we're on the subject of organisation, check out my overalls. So, Simpsons Classics, embossed. If you want to get a sticker of that logo, there's a link in the description below for that as well. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a quick episode. I'm going to get everything, I'll say quick episode, it'll be quick for you guys, but I'm going to get everything cleaned up. I'll bring you guys back in and we'll just get welding. So let's get this front end on to the point that I can take the subframe out. I'm happy with it, and it's going to be, well, it's a Mini again, isn't it? So let's get stuck into it. Right guys, so roll on a few days and yeah, I think we're getting somewhere. So I've actually opted to plug weld here, mainly because the car is so far away from the house, I can't actually get my spot welder set up in here. Also, from learning on the other one I did, it's quite difficult to hit my spot welder jaws around that. It's at a slight angle, so I'm going to look at some jaws for the spot welder, I think, for future projects. But my little marker points where, like, top of the wing, to the edge of the bonnet, that's all back where it was. I'm really, really happy with how it's kind of turned out. It just fits so nice, this front end. Bonnet's, like I say, has a bit of movement really at the bonnet. Could go back if I really wanted to. But yeah, both sides I'm really happy with how it's sitting again. It's all level all around there, so everything's drilled, everything's ready to go. Everything on the little tabs that are on the back is all drilled. It's all literally kind of ready to weld. So I'm really happy with the bonnet gaps. I think they're the best I'm going to get. They're a hell of a lot better than what the car had before. So yeah, let's get cracking with it. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. So I just can't wait to get this a solid fixture to the car. And then we can fold these A panels around because they're still not done. And yeah, really move on. The rustling you can hear is a dog under the car. But yeah, we're getting there. So next installment for you guys will be welder out. For me, another few days. Right guys, I don't want to say it didn't go to plan. It's definitely gone to plan. I'm really happy with how it's gone. Front end's on, but I am really struggling in this little garage at the moment. I've got a trolley here which I can't get past the car until the car's welded up. I've got a welder I can barely get around the car. My fault for having a bigger welder, I guess. And I'm just really struggling. So it's on 85%, and I'm not doing any more currently, just purely because I'm going to get burnt and it's going to look like a load of rubbish. But I'm happy with where we got to so far. The wing, everything's solid. It's not going anywhere. The front is very much part of the car. But yeah, I do apologise not filming much of the welding. It's difficult to film at the best of times, and it's also difficult when you're frustrated. You're kicking the camera over, you're kicking the welder over, things are falling over. So I'm not having a big moan, but this is just, yeah, I just really want this car a bit further back. So hence why I need to get this front end on so we can get it on a pallet and move it. What I'm going to do is the inside of the wings, I'll show you in a second. I'm going to finish off while it's under a rotisserie spit because it's going to be so much easier, so much better. And maybe by that point I've got, you know, the correct jaws for the spot welder. But I'm going to shut up, stop moaning, because this is not a negative video. It's a very, very happy video. So let's have a look. So all plug welded all the way along. We've got a few plug welds along the inside of there. I always do like a little seam weld in there as well. Same on there, all plug welded all the way up. I'm really happy. It's all plug welded and solid down there. And yeah, so there's one little bit I can just try it and get down. All right, so there's one little bit I want to point out that I always do. So down here, kind of half an inch up from this seam, I always seam weld it. And the reason I do that is because I have found that it does stop the front cracking. So obviously you've all welded all alongside in here, but you put the seam sealer in, and every now and then you see them crack. I've done this and it stops it, and obviously an arch covers this, so you filler it back and tidy it up. I've also made some tabs which would have been on it from factory. That fold round here and clip on between the A panel and the wing, so we'll get that sorted as well. But again, all plug welded all the way up. Quite happy with it, it's gone really well. So the wings are very much part of the car. So if we try and close down, we are exactly where we were before. Nothing seems to have moved, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. This genuinely has gone to plan. Yeah, it's part of the car, like you can rock the car with the front end, so it's dead solid, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, happy days. Right, so I have a lot of tidying up to do now. Again, I'm not going to film grinding some welds back because I'm not finished yet, and I don't know if I'm going to weld everything, grind everything back yet, because I'm just not finished. But I'm done to the point that I feel like I can finish this video, and I'm happy with the fact that the job's done and it's now welded up. Sorry, I've got a dog down there trying to steal tools. There's a few other bits I want to do to the front end, like it's heritage front, so it comes with the factory drilled spot holes. Mrs. Simpson doesn't want any spotlights on her car. She doesn't even want one. I mean, who doesn't want one spot lamp? But yeah, she doesn't want any spot lamps, so I'm going to get rid of them as well while I'm at it. And yeah, basically I'm going to clean back the bits I'm happy with and the bits that are dead, like completely finished, and then I'm going to just leave the inside of it, because like inside of the inner wings and stuff like that, where the head, under the headlights, I've kind of stitched it, and obviously it's seamed on them little edges I've just shown you, but I can't get fully in there, and while it's on a side or a rotisserie spit, I can get in there and join it all together and finish the tabs that it joins to the inner wing. But I'm happy with where we're at. This is a good point. This is a happy video. I hope you're all really pleased to see the 89 back. If you're all wondering where my overalls have gone, yeah, they had an accident involving a grinder in my nether regions. Don't worry, I'm not hurt, but there's a reason why I don't wear overalls. Basically, the grinder jumped with a fibre wheel on and just ripped my overalls to shreds, so they're getting repaired. So they'll be back very soon. So we had half a video with my overalls and then erect them. Yeah. So catch you in the next one, guys. Remember to drop in the link in the description below to our sponsors. Minimine, there's a discount code running along the bottom now, so you can get 10% off when you spend £15 or more off the eBay shop, so go check them out. Also frost restoration for all your restoration needs. Yeah, really happy with where we got to. This is a good, exciting day, and yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the video. We have got obviously the front to finish on this car. Well, I'm not going to film doing any more of the front. You'll see it me doing the odds and sods and stuff when we get it up on the rotisserie spit, but the next job will be getting the subframe back out of this, and then putting it on the pallet, rolling it back, turning it around. I need to visually see this car in a different position. It's doing my nut. So we're going to crack on. Catch you next one, guys. Stay safe.